The FDA has cleared Biotech's insulin pump and dosing software, which can be used with a continuous glucose monitoring or CGM to create an automated diabetes management system. The system adjusts insulin doses based on CGM readings using the user's body weight and simplified carbohydrate estimates. It is considered an improvement over standard therapy and easier to set up than other artificial pancreas systems. Biotech's CEO announced that the system will start shipping soon, and previous studies showed positive results in reducing blood sugar levels. The incidence of new-onset hypertensive disorders of pregnancy has doubled in the U.S. from 2007 to 2019, possibly due to changes in obesity, physical activity, and diet. The condition can lead to severe preeclampsia, but predicting its progression is challenging. To mitigate risks, physicians make a woman in the hospital until they deliver at 37 weeks, but this approach is costly. Thermo Fisher has received FDA clearance for a test that evaluates the ratio of two proteins, SFLT1 and PIGF, which is a better predictor of preeclampsia with severe features than standard clinical measures. The CEO of the Preeclampsia Foundation has welcomed this development, as it can improve prediction and management of the condition for at-risk patients. The FDA has granted approval to Biotech, a gene therapy developed by Biotech for the treatment of a severe form of dystrophic epidermolysis bullosa, or EB. This condition causes blisters and wounds on the skin due to a genetic mutation affecting collagen production. Biotech delivers functional copies of the COL7A1 gene directly to the wound using a modified herpes simplex virus type 1. By promoting the production of collagen, the therapy aims to enhance wound healing. Previously, treatment for EB was limited to pain management, but Biotech offers a novel approach to address the underlying cause of the condition. Krystal's gene therapy becomes the sixth approved in the U.S. for treating an inherited disease and has shown promising results in clinical trials. Blueprint Medicine's Avicate has obtained FDA approval for the treatment of indolent systemic mastocytosis, or SM, expanding its potential impact on patients. Previously approved for the advanced form of the disease, Avicate can now benefit the majority of SM patients. The drug targets a mutation called KIT D816V, responsible for 95% of indolent SM cases. Clinical trials have shown that Avicate reduces mast cell burden and improves patient symptoms, enhancing their quality of life. Blueprint Medicines plans to quickly make the drug available to the estimated 30,000 undiagnosed indolent SM patients in the U.S. John Mazzola has been promoted to Chief Operating Officer, or COO, at Vicarious Surgical as the company prepares to seek FDA approval for its surgical robot to compete with Intuitive Surgical's Da Vinci robot. Mazzola, with 35 years of experience in the medical device industry, joined Vicarious in March 2022 and has been overseeing operations and quality organizations. As COO, he will also be responsible for product development, clinical and regulatory affairs, IT, and people and culture functions. Vicarious aims to file a submission to the FDA by late 2024 and has recently laid off a portion of its workforce to conserve cash. The company's investors include Bill Gates and Khosla Ventures. Researchers from the University of Würzburg and Leibniz University Hannover have successfully cultivated a carnivorous plant called Triphyophyllum punctatum, also known as the hook leaf, in a greenhouse. The plant, native to West African rainforests, is of interest to medical pharmaceutical research due to its mediclinical properties, which have shown potential in treating diseases such as pancreatic cancer, leukemia, malaria, and others. Triphyophyllum punctatum is unique as it can develop carnivorous characteristics, trapping and digesting small insects using adhesive traps and special enzymes. The plant exhibits flexibility in its leaf development, adapting to its environment by adjusting the length and timing of different leaf types. The researchers discovered that phosphorus deficiency triggers the transformation into carnivorous state, allowing the plant to obtain essential nutrients from its insect prey. This breakthrough provides insights into the origins of carnivorous plants and opens up possibilities for future molecular analysis. A recent study has shed light on the mechanism of action of Leqembi, an FDA-approved antibody-based drug for Alzheimer's disease. The study shows that Leqembi binds to and neutralizes amyloid beta protein oligomers, which are clumps that contribute to the formation of plaques in the brain. These findings align with the drug's goal of removing plaques. Understanding the structure of the oligomers could help develop more effective treatments. The study may also aid in early detection of Alzheimer's and potentially improve the safety and efficacy of anti-amyloid therapies. Clinical trials of Leqembi are underway for preclinical Alzheimer's patients. The FDA has approved Braeburn Pharmaceuticals' long-acting therapy, Brixadi, for treating opioid use disorder. Brixadi is a weekly and monthly medication that reduces craving and withdrawal symptoms, supporting long-term abstinence from opioids. It offers an extended-release injection option, distinguishing it from daily dosing treatments. Clinical trials show that 60.9% of patients on Brixadi and 40% on sublingual buprenorphine met the criteria for positive treatment response. The approval aligns with a national strategy to address the opioid crisis by expanding treatment options and improving the chances of sustained recovery. Regeneron's combination therapy of LAG-3 inhibitor and PD-1 inhibitor called fianlimab and Libtayo respectively shows promising results in a phase 1 study for patients with advanced melanoma. The combination achieved an objective response rate or ORR of 61%, nearly double the rate seen with anti-PD-1 monotherapy. However, a significant number of patients discontinued treatment. Regeneron aims to compete with Bristol Myers Squibb's Opdualag, which received FDA approval in 2022. The Regeneron combo demonstrated higher response rates and longer progression-free survival, potentially due to the ability to administer higher doses without encountering severe toxicities. The safety profile of the combo was similar to Libtayo alone, with adrenal insufficiency being the main exception. Regeneron is currently conducting phase 3 studies in lung cancer and melanoma patients. A Pulse CardioMEMS, a small implantable sensor that monitors pulmonary artery pressure, has shown positive results in improving the quality of life for heart failure patients, according to a trial conducted in the Netherlands. Patients monitored with CardioMEMS scored significantly higher on the Kansas City Cardiomyopathy Questionnaire or KCCQ's overall summary compared to the control group. KCCQ's scores improved by 7 points in the CardioMEMS cohort, while scores in the control group slightly declined. The study also found that patients using CardioMEMS were less likely to be hospitalized with heart failure. The trial's results are particularly meaningful as they were observed in a healthcare system known for providing high-quality heart failure management. Researchers from the Cancer Science Institute of Singapore at the National University of Singapore have identified a potential therapeutic target for natural killer T-cell lymphoma, or NKTL. They discovered that a transcription factor called TOX2 is increased in NKTL patients, leading to the growth and the spread of the disease. The increased TOX2 level also results in the overproduction of PRL3, an oncogenic phosphatase associated with the survival and metastasis of other cancers. Targeting TOX2 or PRL3 could be a valuable intervention for NKTL patients. The findings published in Molecular Cancer provide insights into the molecular mechanisms of NKTL and may guide the development of effective targeted therapies. The researchers are currently testing novel agents to target TOX2 and PRL3 and aim to bring them into clinical trials. Scientists from the Max Delbrück Center in Berlin have made significant progress in understanding the role of sensory nerve cells in swallowing disorders. Using advanced single-cell sequencing methods, the researchers studied the sensory cells of the vagus nerve, which respond to mechanical stimuli in the esophagus and initiate unconscious movements during swallowing. By examining the functions of these nerve cells in the throat area, the team gained insights into the mechanisms of swallowing. Their findings could lead to improved treatments for swallowing disorders in the future. The researchers also created a molecular atlas of all vagal neurons in mice, which is freely accessible online and can facilitate further research in the field. Pharmaceutical giants Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk are in intense competition in the obesity market. Eli Lilly has launched a clinical trial, SURMOUNT-5, comparing its drug Mounjaro with Novo's Wegovy. The trial aims to demonstrate that Mounjaro is more effective with fewer side effects. Obesity affects millions globally and has limited treatment options. Mounjaro targets 2 receptors, potentially offering a stronger effect. The trial will enroll 700 patients from multiple countries and is expected to conclude by January 2025. The results could shape the future of obesity treatment and insurance coverage for Mounjaro and Wegovy. Researchers at LMU Munich have discovered that curcumin, a compound found in turmeric, can inhibit the metastasis of colorectal cancer cells. They identified a signaling pathway through which curcumin activates the production of a microRNA molecule called MIR34, leading to premature aging and programmed cell death of tumor cells. Curcumin also impairs the ability of tumor cells to migrate and invade surrounding tissues and sensitizes them to chemotherapy. These effects are independent of the commonly mutated tumor suppressor gene p53. The findings suggest that curcumin could be a promising therapeutic option for colorectal cancer treatments. Intelligent individuals do not necessarily have faster brains, according to researchers from the Berlin Institute of Health and Charité Universitätsmedizin Berlin. They discovered that while those who performed better in intelligence tests could solve simple problems more quickly, they required more time for difficult tasks compared to participants with lower scores. Brain simulations revealed that reduced synchronization between brain regions led to premature decision-making instead of waiting for proper processing. The study provides insights into how intelligence impacts problem-solving abilities. Pfizer has gained FDA approval for its Abrysvo vaccine to prevent lower respiratory tract disease caused by respiratory syncytial virus, or RSV, in adults aged 60 and older, joining GSK in the RSV vaccine market. Pfizer plans to launch the vaccine in the third quarter, pending recommendations from the CDC. The approval was based on a phase 3 trial showing 66.7% protection against RSV-associated illness. The RSV vaccine market is estimated to be worth over $10 billion, with Moderna, Sanofi, and AstraZeneca also developing RSV vaccines. The FDA has granted approval for the use of AstraZeneca and Merck's Lynparza in combination with Johnson & Johnson's Zytiga and a corticosteroid to treat metastatic castration-resistant prostate cancer, or mCRPC, patients with BRCA mutations. This approval is limited to about 10% of the mCRPC population, as the FDA found favorable risk-benefit results, especially in patients with BRCA mutations. The decision was based on a phase 3 PROPEL trial, which demonstrated a 34% reduction in disease progression or death when Lynparza was combined with Zytiga. However, the FDA noted a design flaw in the trial and emphasized the modest efficacy in the larger non-BRCA group. AstraZeneca and Merck are also exploring Lynparza's potential in other cancer types, including ovarian and endometrial cancer. LabCorp has introduced a new blood test called Plasmapheresis, which uses liquid biopsy to detect cell-free DNA released by tumor cells into the bloodstream. This test can help identify the most effective treatments for specific cancer patients. Plasmapheresis analyzes cell-free DNA for mutations in 33 genes associated with various cancer, including lung, colorectal, breast, esophageal, and gastric cancers. It serves as a complement to tissue-based genomic tests, especially when obtaining a tissue sample is challenging. The test provides results within 7 to 10 days, offering doctors a report on genetic variants detected and potential treatments. A study published earlier this year confirmed the test accuracy and sensitivity in genomic profiling. The launch of Plasmapheresis aims to facilitate early therapy selection and improve patient care. Thanks for watching my Biotech News Update. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more updates. Additionally, all the sources used in this video can be found in the description below. Stay tuned for more exciting news in biotech.